Hello everyone. Today we're looking at our e-commerce offering and some of the features that are associated with an e-commerce website. Obviously, having an e-commerce website can be very beneficial to your business if you are selling products to customers. First point being that your website should be up and running 24/7, 365. So your store basically never closes and it's available to everyone worldwide. Um, Obviously, the trick is to market the site and you know get get visitors to visit the site and see your products and obviously hopefully then purchase them. Um, Another important feature of our e-commerce offering is that you can use it for your stock control, managing your stock, keeping track of your stock, and obviously then ensuring that you have sufficient stock, placing orders with suppliers and so forth. So one way to do that is obviously to enable the subtraction of stock when orders are placed for products on your site, and obviously the site can also be used as a point of sale um, system within your stores, which will also help with your stock control. Automatic delivery fee calculations, very important. You want your customers to be able to check out and on checkout to be able to accept the delivery charge. And the delivery charge would be based on the weight of the shopping cart as a whole. In other words, all the number of products that the customer has purchased and the destination of the delivery of the parcel or parcels. This information needs to be obtained from your courier company. They should provide you with um, shipping fees in relation to areas that they deliver to and based on either volumetric weight or actual weight of the parcels. Payment options. So credit card payment, we can use either PayGate or PayFast for South African clients. Obviously, bank transfer or EFT is an option, and then SnapScan is another option that can be activated on our e-commerce offering. You also then have full control of the order process. I will give you a brief rundown in a moment. You are able to communicate from the admin pages with your clients, keep them up to date in terms of the status of their order and provide them with tracking numbers that you would get from your courier company once the parcel has been shipped off. There are various reports also available for sales and things like viewing which products are selling, the most, which are being viewed the most on the website, and so forth. So without further ado, let's go and have a look at our demo site that has been set up for you. You are able to access the site at the URL which is in the description below. Yeah, just to mention it, it's development.cmeservices.co.za, and you can utilize it. It's a fully operational demo online e-commerce store, and it has payment functionality set up. It has the shipping calculation set up, all of that, and you can see it in action. But then to just have a look at the demo store briefly, we can see specials are can be displayed. If you want, if you want these to be displayed, there is a date range for specials to be running that you can set per product or per special, and then there's a live countdown of how much longer that special is still running for. Featured items, there's no limit on these. Same thing goes for specials. There's no limit on how many you can put on, and they will then display on the website front page as you set these up. You can see if there are items that are out of stock. These are clearly marked as being out of stock and they cannot be added to the shopping cart. but the customer can still view the product by clicking on it and seeing more information about the product, um, which is also obviously important. Let's go back to the front page, and it's as easy as clicking add to cart to add products to the shopping cart. The only proviso here is if there are options required to be filled in by the customer, then they have to do that prior to the item being added to the cart. So you can see this particular product has a lot of options that are set as required. So the customer needs to complete these, and then they can only add the product to the cart. There is also a minimum quantity of 2 that has been set for this particular product. So there are various setup options that one can control and require that the customer then completes prior to adding to the cart. But for instance, if I want to add the MacBook to my shopping cart, I can do that because there are no particular options that need to be set up for that particular product. I can view that product. Obviously, if I click on the icon, on the image, or on the name of the product, you can see that you're obviously able to add more than one image to the product, and the customer can then view these images as well, which is nice. So here's some more information or description about the product. You can add specification information if you want to as well, and then obviously the customer can select the quantity that they would like to purchase. Once the item has been added to the shopping cart, you can see it listed in the cart. They can access this cart, a brief preview of the cart by clicking on that. They can access the cart as a whole here, or they can go directly to checkout from here. The nice thing about viewing the cart is that you can estimate your delivery fees. So what one would do here is you obviously select the region that or the province that the deliveries is going to, or the parcel is going to be delivered to, put in the postal code, and you can get a quote, an immediate quote on your delivery fee, and you can see that the system will calculate what the delivery is based on the weight of the product and where it's going to. So this particular product has 0 weight because it hasn't been added as a specification by the people who've set the shop up. Okay, so here we can see the delivery has been added. We can then go to checkout from here. And it's a simple process. If you're a new customer, you register. If you're a returning customer, you can log in as a returning customer. And then you just go through the process, select your payment method. So just to run through that briefly. Enter a password. Confirm the password. You need to enter an address. Okay, now obviously the shipping charge is going to be slightly different because we had a look at this as actually going to be Western Cape. We actually did a quote for the Eastern Cape, but now we've changed that address. Okay, we're going to use this address for the delivery. Delivery method we've already selected is main center, so there we can see, okay, the price stays the same. based on what's been set up. You can pay via credit card using PayFast, or you can pay using a bank transfer. So we're going to select bank transfer. If you want to add any comments for the delivery, you can do that. Continue. Here you can see the bank transfer instructions, and we can confirm the order. So it's pretty straightforward from there. You can then have a look at your order history. Here it is. You can view your order, and you can see the status thereof and what's been ordered. And yeah, what will then happen is, from the admin side of things, we can actually have a look at the admin side quickly. From the admin side of things, you will then see what actually happens. So I'm going to log in quickly as an admin. And briefly we'll check out that order. Okay, so we can see once we've logged in, we can go to our sales section, select orders, and we can then view this order has just come through. And it's simple process of clicking the view button next to the order, and we can then see more information about this order. And what is important here is we can change the status of the order, refunded or shipped, for instance. You would notify the customer when the order has been shipped. You can see perhaps the accounts department for this particular client also, if it's somebody else who's placed the order, and you can add a comment. Thank you for your order. Please use the tracking number below to track your parcel. Okay, whatever it might be. Link to track your parcel. Whatever the link might be. Something along those lines. And then the name of your store is. Add to history, and the customer will then be notified. And it's added to the history of the order, as you can see over here above that. So the latest log or history would be placed on top. Please excuse the spelling over there. And then the client can actually see that. Let's just see. The client should be able to see that also. We just check that out. So if I go on the client side, we can go back to here we go, order information. So they now updated well, refreshed the information for this particular order, and there we can see it there. Also, this information is obviously emailed to the customer. So that's just a brief overview of that. Let's go back to the admin side and just have a look at the reports quickly. Some of the reports that are available, and these are then built in by default, but there are other reports that can be set up as well. So let's just have a look at some of the ones that are available and would be of interest. So obviously you probably want to have a look at a sales report. There's a shipping report, sales report. So there we can see what's actually happened with sales. Okay, we can have a look at products viewed report, for instance, and these reports can also be reset. Products purchased, so it gives you a good indication of which are your, and you can set up specials or discounts or whatever, run some promotions on your store based on this. Hope you've enjoyed the short video, and please do subscribe for some more videos from us.